What's up, y'all? Looking forward to being undisputed in September. Let's get it. It's work time.
Terence Crawford is confident that he will defeat Canelo Álvarez and knock him out in their highly anticipated fight in September. He insists that the Mexican fighter isn't even close to being on his level, although some fans are unsure whether Crawford's words are a sign of confidence or overconfidence. Even Eddie Hearn, the promoter for the fight, seems to support Crawford, suggesting that history could be made if Crawford wins. Hearn stated that the matchup is unique because Crawford is already an undisputed champion at 147 and 140 pounds, and a win would make him a three-division undisputed champion. Some believe Hearn's comment implies that Crawford will defeat Canelo. However, Canelo's fans are furious, accusing Hearn of disrespecting their champion's legacy. On the other hand, those covering Crawford see the promoter's words as a sign of how dominant Crawford is, while the potential for Crawford to become the first three-division undisputed champion adds excitement. The buzz around the fight continues to grow as the stakes are high. Legendary boxer Roy Jones Jr. also weighed in, stating that Crawford has a genuine chance of knocking out Canelo. His comment has sparked further controversy, with fans debating whether Jones is underestimating Canelo or acknowledging Crawford's brilliance in the ring.
Fight for boxing, I know people don't agree with it, but if Canelo fights one inkling of the wrong fight, he gonna lose. If he comes out and fights the right fight, it's gonna be a tough one. So right now, I think it's gonna be either way, but it depends on what type of fight Canelo.
Jones's statement has only intensified the debate, with many interpreting his words as a prediction of Canelo's downfall. Crawford's supporters are rallying behind the idea that their fighter can achieve the impossible, while Canelo's fans are furious, calling Jones's comment disrespectful to their champion's legacy. This war of words has escalated tensions, with both camps refusing to back down. With opinions divided, the fight is becoming one of the most polarizing matchups in boxing history. If the debate wasn't already heated enough, former champion Andre Ward has weighed in, declaring that Crawford will defeat Canelo Álvarez. Ward's endorsement of Crawford has sent shockwaves through the boxing world, especially due to his reputation as one of the sport's sharpest minds. Ward's pick has been seen as a strong vote of confidence in Crawford's skills and mentality, despite the monumental challenge of moving up in weight.
Terence Crawford, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I've not been against Terence Crawford because nobody. You got to show me that you can beat him.
Ward's prediction has sparked a fierce reaction. Some fans are praising his faith in Crawford, while others accuse him of overlooking Canelo's proven dominance at 168 pounds. Critics argue that Ward's belief in Crawford is biased, pointing out that no welterweight has ever successfully defeated a fighter of Canelo's caliber in the super middleweight division. Supporters of Crawford, however, view Ward's statement as a validation of Crawford's greatness, claiming it shows that Crawford has the tools to shock the world. With so much at stake, this fight is no longer just about boxing, it's a battle for legacy, pride, and history. As the fight approaches, Crawford has stepped up his preparations by joining Shakur Stevenson's training camp. The move has raised eyebrows, with many seeing it as a strategic decision to fine-tune his skills against another elite fighter. Stevenson, known for his precision and technical brilliance, is seen as the perfect sparring partner to help Crawford prepare for the challenges Canelo brings to the ring. This choice has sparked heated debates. Crawford's fans see it as a sign of his unwavering dedication to perfection, while critics argue that no amount of sparring can replicate the raw power and experience Canelo possesses. Some even view it as a sign of doubt, suggesting that Crawford feels the need to go beyond his usual routine to have a chance. On the other hand, Stevenson's involvement could also be seen as a secret weapon, providing Crawford with an edge in both offense and defense that Canelo may struggle to counter. Regardless, the stakes continue to grow, and this bold move only adds to the anticipation. Crawford has further solidified his confidence, leaving no room for doubt about his attitude. His bold statements have become a focal point of the build-up, with fans and critics dissecting every word. Crawford's confidence isn't just talk, it's a warning shot to Canelo and his fans that he's prepared to do whatever it takes to win. His declaration, "I'm going to win, man. I'll do everything, man. It ain't nothing that I can't do," has set the boxing world ablaze. Fans praise his unshakable belief, citing his flawless track record as proof of his abilities. However, skeptics argue that such confidence could backfire, especially against a seasoned and powerful fighter like Canelo. Many are questioning whether Crawford's versatility will hold up under Canelo's relentless pressure and physicality. Regardless of the side you're on, one thing is clear: Crawford isn't just aiming to win, he's aiming to dominate. As the fight draws near, even current super middleweight champion Caleb Plant has shared his thoughts on the heated debate. Plant admitted that Crawford has a real shot at defeating Canelo. His breakdown of Crawford's abilities, highlighting his power, adaptability, and technical brilliance, has turned heads, especially coming from someone who knows what it takes to fight at 168 pounds.
You know, Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside, and he can fight going both ways. So he's.
Plant's statement has sparked mixed reactions. Many praise his honesty and deep understanding of the sport, while others believe he's overstating Crawford's capabilities and underestimating Canelo's natural weight class. The idea that Crawford could easily transition across weight divisions and defeat one of boxing's most accomplished champions has left fans divided. Even fighters like Plant are backing Crawford's chances, which have only increased anticipation for the historic showdown. Former champion Amir Khan has also weighed in, offering his unique perspective as someone who's shared the ring with Crawford. Khan brought up an important point often overlooked in this matchup: Crawford's size and physicality. He said, "Remember, Crawford's a big guy too. When it comes down to it, he's a big boy. I think Crawford's got a real chance." Khan's comments have added another layer to the debate, with some agreeing that Crawford's size could make him a legitimate threat at 168 pounds. Others, however, point out that Canelo has been competing and dominating in higher weight divisions for years and question how Crawford's frame will hold up against a true super middleweight. Despite this, Crawford's fans are seizing on Khan's comments as further evidence that their fighter is not only skilled but physically capable of handling the jump in weight. This bold endorsement has further divided opinions, turning the fight into not just a battle of skills but a clash of views on what it takes to be great across weight classes. Adding even more intrigue to the discussion, former Canelo opponent Daniel Jacobs has weighed in with a surprising take. Jacobs, who knows firsthand what it's like to face Canelo, claims that Crawford has both the power and skill to beat the Mexican superstar. His words have sent shockwaves through the boxing community, adding yet another layer to the debate.
My favorites, Terence Crawford. First, I know Crawford since the amateurs. I've known him since we were like 15, 16, 17 years old. So we have a history together. So my heart is with him naturally. But what does it take for him to actually win, right? Because there's a few factors. There's weight, there's power, there's skill. I believe that Terence Crawford has the skills to...
Jacobs' recent statement has reignited the debate among fans of both fighters, with Crawford supporters seeing it as a nod to Crawford's elite capabilities, while Canelo's fans dismiss it. They argue that Jacobs' loss to Canelo makes him biased. They insist that Crawford, despite his power and skill, has never faced someone with Canelo's level of ability at 168 pounds. This latest endorsement of Crawford has only intensified the already polarizing discussion. Some view Jacobs' comments as validation of Crawford's ability to pull off an upset, while others believe it's just hype to create drama. Regardless of opinion, Jacobs' insight has only increased the excitement surrounding what is shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable and significant fights in boxing history. Former Canelo Álvarez opponent Daniel Jacobs has reignited intrigue with his earlier remarks, this time emphasizing Crawford's ability to handle Canelo's unique pressure and power. Jacobs acknowledges Crawford's skill advantage but questions whether Crawford has ever faced the relentless pressure Canelo brings. Jacobs stated, "He's never been punched by a fighter like Canelo, he's never had to deal with the pressure Canelo brings. These words have sparked intense debate, with many agreeing that Canelo's physicality and experience at higher weight classes give him a distinct advantage. Supporters of Crawford, however, argue that his defensive brilliance and ability to adapt in the ring will allow him to neutralize Canelo's aggression. The central question now is whether Crawford can endure Canelo's relentless pressure, with fans eagerly awaiting the clash to find out. Jacobs didn't stop there, going deeper into the crucial question that could decide the fight's outcome: Crawford's ability to handle Canelo's power. He stated, "My heart is with Terence Crawford, but the only deciding factor I feel is whether he can take the punch. He has the skill over Canelo, but can he take that 168 to 175 power?" This comment has sparked further controversy. Critics of Crawford argue that moving up to face someone with Canelo's devastating power is a risky gamble, but Crawford's supporters view Jacobs' words as a testament to their fighter's greatness, highlighting not just his skill but his mental toughness. Whether Crawford can withstand the physical toll of this fight remains one of the biggest questions in boxing, and Jacobs' comments have only intensified the build-up, but not everyone shares the same belief. Boxing legend Oscar de la Hoya has serious doubts about Crawford's chances, calling it almost impossible for a welterweight to face a powerhouse like Canelo at 168 pounds. His skepticism has caused many to reconsider whether Crawford's ambitions are realistic or reckless.
It's an all win-win situation for him, for Crawford, if you think about it, but I've just, in all the years I've been in the sport, it's just very difficult to fathom the idea that a welterweight moving up to 168 pounds and against a good fighter in Canelo, I just don't see it. I haven't seen it in the past, and I don't see it now. So I cannot go against Canelo in this one because of the weight difference. And we have weight classes for a reason. So, but I do respect and admire what Terence Crawford is doing. He's daring to be great, and I always love it.
De La Hoya's comments have reignited the debate, with some fans agreeing that Crawford may be in over his head. Critics argue that the weight jump is too extreme and could expose Crawford's vulnerabilities against a natural super middleweight like Canelo. However, Crawford's supporters dismiss these concerns, pointing to his unmatched skill and adaptability. The division between fans is deeper than ever, with questions now surrounding whether this fight is a historic risk or a miscalculated gamble. Regardless, the stakes couldn't be higher, and the boxing world is holding its breath, but the doubts about Crawford's chances don't end there. Former world champion Chris Algieri has also weighed in, offering a more analytical viewpoint. Known for his sharp breakdowns of matchups, Algieri has pointed out the sheer challenge of imagining Crawford and Canelo in the same ring given their size difference and the magnitude of the task ahead for Crawford. His viewpoint adds a unique layer to the ongoing debate, acknowledging the complexity of this historic
Canelo, but like I said, as we get closer and start to see, start to break down how these guys are going to match up, I have a hard time even picturing them in the ring together based on the size and just the fact that this fight's happening. But we got tons of time before that happens. But it's going to be an interesting break.
Algieri's comments have added another layer of skepticism, with many fans agreeing that the size disparity alone makes this fight seem almost surreal. Critics argue that Canelo's size and experience at 168 pounds will overwhelm Crawford, no matter how skilled he is. Crawford's fans, however, view this as yet another underdog story in the making, believing that skill and strategy can overcome size and power. Respected boxing coach Joel Diaz has taken a firm stance against Crawford's chances of beating Canelo, known for his blunt and unfiltered opinions. He didn't hold back, saying that Crawford simply doesn't stand a chance in this fight. Diaz's strong words have sparked even more controversy, drawing a sharp divide between analysts and fans.
Say that Crawford can beat Canelo, no problem. I mean, I respect that, but I just think they're stupid. I mean, excuse my language. Mm-hmm. The size difference of a bigger man changes everything with one punch. And I can see the same thing. I mean, you saw Canelo Álvarez fighting American. Now, look at this. Terence Crawford moved from 47 to 54 to fight Madrimov. What did he do to Madrimov? Nothing. Okay, Madrimov was a 54-pounder. Now, to move up to 168, that's 2 more divisions. Canelo Álvarez will take any punch from Crawford, But I don't think Crawford will take any punches from Canelo.
Diaz's bold statement has triggered a heated reaction across the boxing world. Critics of Crawford have seized on his words as validation of their opinion that Canelo's size, power, and experience will be too much for the welterweight star to overcome. On the other hand, Crawford's supporters dismiss Diaz's comments as overly pessimistic, arguing that the coach is underestimating Crawford's skill and mental toughness. Diaz's view reinforces the challenges Crawford will face in moving up to fight one of boxing's most dominant champions. The weight difference, combined with Canelo's physicality and years of experience at higher divisions, puts the pressure on Crawford to prove his doubters wrong. These statements have only intensified the build-up to the fight, setting the stage for a battle that will test not just skill but sheer grit. But the talk doesn't stop there. Former world champion Amir Khan has stepped in with high praise for Canelo Álvarez, further stacking the odds against Crawford. Khan, who has faced Canelo in the past, didn't mince words when discussing the Mexican star's evolution as a fighter. Khan said, "Canelo was a beast, and Canelo is still a beast. He's become a better fighter, and he's looking really good." Khan's words have added another layer of complexity to the narrative, shifting the focus onto Canelo's continued growth as a fighter. His ability to adapt and improve his boxing skills over time has made him even more dangerous. For many, this serves as a grim reminder of the monumental task Crawford is taking on. While Crawford's supporters remain defiant, insisting that their fighter's unique skill set is enough to overcome any challenge, Khan's comments bolster the belief that Canelo's combination of power, experience, and technical improvement will prove insurmountable. The narrative surrounding this fight is becoming increasingly polarized, with Canelo's rise to near perfection casting an even longer shadow over Crawford's bold ambitions. As the hype builds, so does the tension, with fans on both sides eagerly awaiting answers in the ring.
Skills, but what boxing comes down to, who the best fighter that night, who got the best game plan. But Crawford, he got the skills to make it happen. And Canelo, he also has the skills and experience. So, I'm just waiting for it to happen, and I'm gonna be tuning into that.
Following Amir Khan's praise for Canelo, rising boxing prospect Dullah Mason has offered a more balanced perspective on the highly anticipated fight. Mason acknowledges the monumental task ahead for Terence Crawford, but also highlights the unique skills that make him a legitimate contender. His comments provide a sense of cautious optimism, respecting Canelo's overwhelming experience and dominance while recognizing Crawford's potential. Mason's viewpoint adds a sense of unpredictability to the ongoing debate, suggesting that while Crawford has a tough road ahead, his skill could still pose a serious threat. This balanced approach to the fight has added a fresh layer to the conversation. The build-up now revolves around more than just skill, it's about planning, strategy, and execution on fight night. As both sides maintain confidence, the anticipation continues to grow. Fans on both sides are eagerly awaiting what promises to be a showdown that could redefine boxing history. The Crawford vs. Canelo fight has become one of the most talked about matchups in recent boxing history. On one side is Terence Crawford, the pound-for-pound king, known for his technical brilliance, unmatched adaptability, and determination. On the other, Canelo Álvarez, a seasoned fighter with devastating power, a legendary resume, and a size advantage that many believe will overwhelm Crawford. This fight is more than just a clash between two boxing greats. It's a test of legacy, risk, and skill. Crawford's move up in weight to face one of the sport's most dominant champions has drawn both respect and skepticism. Some believe his precision and strategy can outsmart Canelo's brute force, while others argue that he's taking on too much. As the debate continues, one thing is clear: this fight will leave a lasting mark on boxing history, no matter the outcome. Who will rise to the occasion? Can Crawford defy the odds and solidify his place as one of the greatest ever? Or will Canelo prove that size and power, mixed with skill, are simply too much to overcome? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates and stay tuned.